And I think we are live. Yes, we're live. I've got the camera. Wrong place. I need to just move that. There we go. Because we're seeing the foam above you. Don't need to see that. At least the microphones are working today. Please let me know if you can hear us and see us. Because I did a stream earlier this week where the microphones weren't working for the first few minutes. So hopefully they're working. And welcome to a tutorial, playthrough and review, all three, Brussels 1893. I've never played before. This game came out in 2013, designed by... Who's it designed by?
Was it Etienne Esperman? Yeah, Etienne Esperman.
Published by Pearl Games. Since this game came out in 2013, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's been on my list that I wanted to play for a long time. Unfortunately, tonight's video of Mini Express, if you are here to watch Mini Express, this is not Mini Express. That has unfortunately been delayed till next week, but Nick and Gemma were coming around anyway, so we said, well, what do you want to play?
Yeah.
And Nick said, well, I'll bring Brussels 1893. And I said, well, that's fine as long as you teach me. So tonight, Nick is going to be teaching me how to play a game.
Yeah.
Now, you don't normally see this on the channel.
It's the other way around.
It's normally me teaching. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Paul is here saying it looks like it's got elements to Guilds of London. Julian's here to scream at the screen. Scream at the screen. You do that. Also, please pick your side. Okay?
Yeah.
So in the chat, and you've got until we start playing to choose which team you're on. So use the hashtag Team Paul, Team Nick, or Team Gemma to decide which team you're on tonight. Right, off you go then.
Cool. So what I'm going to do, if it's okay, I'm just going to read you the rules, but as we go through, I'll talk you through, and we can tell you again, and you can help me as well, Gemma, can't you?
I'll try.
Cool. So it's Brussels 1893. You're one of the famous architects who's established the reputation of Art Nouveau in the Belgian capital. So the concept of the game, a game of Brussels 1893, is played over 5 rounds. At the beginning of a round, the first player, marked by the mannequin piss token, the first player defines the available area of the Art Nouveau board.
Which is this whole area here.
It's this board here. So we've got the Art Nouveau board and the Brussels board on the left-hand side. Okay. So then players take turn going clockwise, choosing an action on one of the 2 game boards. Taking an action on the Art Nouveau board requires placing an assistant, so worker placement, one of the assistants that we've got here, and placing a bid in Belgian francs, which we've got down there.
We're using the iron clays from... Roxley. Yeah.
Which allows participation in an auction where you bid for the cards at the bottom.
Were these laid out randomly at the start?
Yeah, we shuffled.
They're not seeded or anything, it's just a complete random
just
stack of
completely
cards.
random.
Okay.
At the end of each round, the player who bid the most money in a column wins this column's auction and its bonus card at the bottom. The actions on the Brussels board, on the other hand, are free, but are not looked upon kindly by the Justice, which is this area here.
Okay.
Thus, at the end of the round, the player who played the most assistant figures on this board loses one who must explain himself at the courthouse.
Okay.
So theme-wise, you're architects, you're building buildings, works of art, but on this board here, you're sending your assistants to pull favours for you, which they don't particularly like, so that's why they get tied up in the courthouse. So the game itself is played over 5 rounds, represented by the 5 exhibition tiles here.
These here, yeah.
Each round comprises of 4 phases. The stock exchange phase.
They go up in year.
They do.
Right, so we start in 1893 and we end up in 1910.
Yeah, exactly right.
Right, okay.
And in every year you're exhibiting different works of art is the thing. I think they're large fairs that happen in Brussels, aren't they? So each round consists of 4 phases: the stock exchange phase, the action phase, the resolution of turn phase, and the end of turn phase. So the stock exchange phase first of all. So the stock exchange phase determines the play area. So the worker placement slots that you choose on the play area board here. So the first player reveals the top stock exchange card, which is this one here, which I'll turn over now. The information on this card will determine the available area, like I say. Each line on the stock exchange card, so you've got your player count down the left
it's 2 to 5 players.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And the numbers that are on here correlate to 2 coordinates on the board.
So in a 3-player game, we've got 2, 2 and 3, 3.
Exactly right. So the shields here on the Brussels board, so you can use, what can we use? Just some coloured cubes. So what would it be? It would be, what's that? It's 2, 2, 2, which would be there,
3, 3.
or 3, 3, which would be here. So there you go. So you can see where those will go. So you then take the marker, so the frame, and the start player in every round gets to choose an orient to show which worker placement spaces will be available, but you must always choose the largest area. So basically it would be that way around there, or that way around here.
And that, if you put it there like that, it means we're playing in this area.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, so this is what somebody was saying today on a Facebook group, is that the area scales depending on the number of players.
Exactly right.
So if we were playing a 4-player game, it would be basically bigger than that. Okay.
Yeah, so 5 players, you might be in the corner playing inwards,
Yeah,
but you do find
4 or 4-1. Right.
exactly.
Okay.
But you do find that with some rounds, some rounds have quite small areas to play with, and then other rounds have bigger ones as well. So you're always sort of going between.
Okay.
So you choose that one there. So the next phase is the action phase. So during each round, the players use their assistants to perform actions on the Art Nouveau board, or on the Brussels board, like I say. So beginning with the first player and then going clockwise, each player performs one action until all players have passed. The action can be selected from one of the available areas on the Art Nouveau board, or from the 4 actions at the top of the Brussels board here.
Okay.
So what I'll do now is just talk you through all the actions that are available on this.
So we've got 5 assistants each.
5 assistants
so
each.
we can have 5
5
turns each.
Basically, yeah.
Is there any point passing while you've still got assistants?
There will be later on. So the first person to pass gets to take the year marker. On the back of the year marker is 2 mannequins. So basically that adds up towards who chooses the start player for the next turn.
Okay.
So if you were desperate to be the start player next round, you could pass early.
You could pass early. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So in order to take an action on this board, the player must place an assistant on an available area. So basically you can't have more than one assistant on the same spot. Okay, you must accompany your bid with a choice of at least 1 Belgian franc, which is one of your pieces of money, and then the way to do it is that you place it on a stack underneath your player. So you put your money and anything on. Right. But there must be a minimum bid of 1. So remember that going on this board is completely free.
This is free.
This is free.
This you have to spend
pay
money,
to
but
go
it's
there.
at least 1.
But this is really the main action area of the game, I'd say. I don't know what you think, Jana. But yeah, so you bid. And the money that you spend, you add up to see who has spent the most, and then you win the card that's at the bottom of the column, and that then comes to you. If you draw in bids, you both share the bonus action that's in the middle of the card, but you don't get to take the card for yourself to use, which I'll come to a little bit later on.
Right.
Okay, so in terms of the different actions that are available to you, so the first one is the workshop action. So the player creates a work of art in his studio. So we each start with one work of art. Oh, sorry, that is this one here. Yeah. So we all start with one work of art.
Yeah, I've got
see where mine is.
Brooch, I guess. Yep. Something. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. You've got a stained glass window.
You've got a chair.
I've got a lovely chair, lovely Art Nouveau chair. But the colour is the most important thing to them anyway. So a player creates a work of art. So you draw a work of art tile from the stack of colour works of art. Now here's the interesting thing with this one, which is that if you possess more than one colour of work of art, you can pick that number from the pile and you can choose which one you want. So if you have a yellow and a blue, you can pick 2 up. You can look at them and you can choose and then put the one back that you don't want. And you'll see why a little bit later on.
So additionally, we've got 1 colour, we draw 1 tile. If I had 2 different colours, I'd draw 2 tiles. 3 different colours, 3 tiles.
5. Yeah. Right. Additionally as well, if you take the pass marker or the pass token, then in subsequent rounds, that counts towards that number. Okay. So you could have no tiles in front of you, but you could have, say, 3 of those and you would get to pick up that number and then choose from them again.
Gotcha.
Okay. So the next action is the sale action, which is this one here. So the gentleman with the painting and the money coming out of it. So the way this works then, so thematically what you're doing is you're selling one of the work of arts that you created and you're selling it in this shop window here, which is these 2 spaces. So you take one of them and move it into there. So the steps that you follow to do this are the play. So you take it, you place it on the top. You cannot place a work of art where that same colour is available there. So basically, if that was a yellow and that was a blue, you could put your pink one on either one of those. Yeah. If it was a pink and a blue and I had another blue, I could not sell that blue work of art into there.
Because there's blues.
Exactly. And thematically, that's nobody wants to buy what's already there. Everybody always
let's face it, if you bought 1 chair, you don't need another one.
Exactly. So when you sell your work of art, you can move this square here within the grid the same number of colour works of art that are in front of you. Okay, so why would you do that? So you can see at every corner and in the middle is the colour of works of art you can sell. When you sell, you can take the equivalent number of points or victory points along the track at the top and the equivalent number of money at the top. So say, for example, you're selling a pink and you've got, I don't know, you've got 2 in front of you. You might go 1, 2, like that, take 4 money and 4 victory points.
Right.
And then say Gemma says she sells, I don't know, it might move to there. But then that means then if you're selling a blue and you've only got 1 move, you could move it back there, get no money. And yeah, so you're basically moving that around to try and maximise.
Does this reset at all at the end of the round or anything like that?
No, it carries on from where it is.
Okay.
So where are we going then? Okay, so we've gone through that example. The only thing that I've not mentioned is that in addition to the colour works of art, there are some black works of art as well. But we'll come back to those a little bit on later.
Okay. Just a quick hello to everybody in the chat. Miran's here from Serbia. Thank you very much. Michael's here. Hi, Michael. Michael likes the game a lot. Shawnee said, does any of this translate to the card game? You've not played the card game?
I nearly bought it the other day, but I've not played it.
And Scott is saying it's an underappreciated game. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So,
yeah.
Cool. Thank you for joining in.
Okay. So the next action is the Royal Theatre action, which is represented by this one. So the gentleman with the top hat
and moustache.
So the player approaches a public figure of Brussels, which are these cards down the bottom here. So these are public figures, and we each start with George Brugman.
Yeah.
During, what does it say? It's quite funny. Of Brussels during a theatrical performance to enlist their services. Okay, very nice. So the player chooses a public figure card from the 4 cards at the display. So the card on the right is free, while the second costs 1,
and
2, and 3. The player immediately performs the action that is on the card.
Yeah.
Although we haven't got a very good variety of cards.
No, it's lots of cubes.
They're all quite similar. If you want to shuffle those and put some more interesting ones out. So then once you've done that, there are 2 options available to you. So the first is you discard the card, put it to the side, it goes out the game and you don't see it more. Or you keep it, put the assistant card in front of you and turn it 90 degrees to show that it's been used.
Okay.
So you think, why would I get rid of it if I can use it next round, next round? The reason is, if you look on every card, on the top here is a number.
Cost or something?
That is a salary.
Yeah.
So it means at the end of the game, when we do our end of game scoring, you have to pay a salary to those people. And you tend to find that the better cards cost more to keep.
Only end of game?
Only at the end of the game.
Interesting.
So when we get to scoring, so I think the last time we played, I think you had loads of assistants, didn't you? And I think it cost you something like 30 money to have them all. But that then meant, so she could keep reusing them as the rounds went on. But like I say, it cost you money at the end of the game. And money does score you points as well. If you don't pay their upkeep at the end of the game, you lose the number of victory points that's shown on the card.
So their salary?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we all start with George Brugman. He's going to cost you 1 money to keep at the end of the game. If you have no money at the end, you'd
lose a point. Okay.
Exactly right. At the end of every round, these cards are shuffled to the right. That one goes, and they all go on.
Yep.
As they're taken off, so let's say Gemma takes a turn. They slide down, and then it gets refilled. Exactly right. So the next one is this one here, the gentleman carrying the wood to work, and represented cubes. By the 2 on the cubes. This is the materials action, and what you do is you gain 2 noble materials.
So grey is anything.
So grey is off camera. If you want to pull those on, there's 3 different colours. So not the whites. They're a little bit special. We'll come to those in a minute.
Okay.
But what have we got? We've got teal, brown.
Teal, brown, and black. So these are...
They're noble materials. They're building materials, essentially.
Okay.
So when you go on this one here, you take 2 noble materials of your choice, and you can choose 2 identical or 2 different ones. It's up to you. But you cannot take a wild white cube at this point.
Right, okay, so white is wild.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, yeah, you take any 2. It's quite simple on that one. So the next one is construction, which is probably, I think, your favourite action, Gemma, isn't it? That's what you always score quite well. This is the trowel. Exactly. So, yeah, so it's the trowel, which is the same as this one here.
Yeah.
If you look on all these rows, you've got the same 5, but they just appear randomly. So just on setup, it just makes the game different every time. So thematically, what you're doing here is you're constructing a building on your player board.
Is this right? Okay,
exactly. So I don't know if there's a player there, but behind these tiles, you'll see as we go on,
there is
a building behind it, and I think we've seen a few of them in Brussels actually, haven't we? But yeah, so and This allows him to finance the construction of the masterpiece, shown on your architect board. To perform this action, you proceed step by step, which is represented by the figure on the back. So you pay the construction cost as defined by the compass, which is this one here.
It's like a clock.
It does look like a clock.
Yeah.
So the cost as you build is on the left-hand side. So the first two, because obviously when you build a building, you go from the bottom to the top, costs you 2 cubes or 2 resources, then 3, then 4. Okay. When you build the very top row, you can see there's 5 victory points there. So when you build the top 2, you get 5 victory points per one that you build.
Got it.
Okay.
So it cost me 2, and this is the 2?
Exactly right. Yeah.
So it's not any 2, it's the 2 indicated by the clock.
That are represented there. So I've already gone through that. So you can replace the cube that you spend there with a wild white one.
White is wild, right.
So you follow it through. So you pay the cost that's represented on the compass. If you don't use a white random one, you get 5 bonus victory points for using what's specified. So here at the moment, if you're building the bottom row, it will cost you a blue and a brown. Points are quite precious in this game, aren't they?
So yeah.
If you use 2 whites, you don't get them. The next is you move one of the hands on the compass 1 space. Okay, so you could move that one to there, or the hands can jump over each other. So effectively, that could move like that if you wanted to, with that one being jumping.
So you can't have them both on the same space.
They can never be on the same space.
But that doesn't count as so that one could move to there, or that one could move to there.
So they've always got to go clockwise.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. So this one here would cost you, so say you're still on the bottom level, it would cost you a blue and a brown.
Yeah.
If that one moved to there like that, it would be a blue
and
any of the ones of your choice. If you move to this one here, you'd hope that you get it for free.
Yeah.
It only costs you the one. It doesn't. You must only pay what's on that one.
Oh, so that would be 2 blue.
2 blue
right.
cubes.
Okay.
If it moves to here, which is the most punishing one because money is a valuable resource, you have to pay 3 money and 1 blue cube as well.
Gotcha.
If you're really unlucky, the hands will point like that.
Cost you 6 money.
Like Gemma did last time we paid, and
but
I was building
cubes.
off the top. Cost no cubes, but it cost me 12 money. And I don't think that you can use the white cubes in lieu of money either.
Right, gotcha.
So that becomes a very expensive option.
Okay,
so,
cool.
So thank you for that. So you move that one clockwise.
Sean just grabbed the card version for $20.
That's not bad. It's quite a good price, I think.
And apparently, according to Chris, it does do a remarkable job of replicating the feel of the board game. So
okay.
It's good when a card game does that.
Yeah. So then the final part of that is you take it off of your player board, the square that you've built, and you place it onto one of the available areas on this board here. Okay. So if you can't place it on somewhere where somebody is at the moment, but you can place it anywhere else. By doing so, as the game progresses, when somebody else goes onto your building, you get to take a bonus secondary action, which can be quite lucrative depending.
Okay, so they can still use the space. It doesn't block the space, but you get a bonus for them doing it.
Exactly.
Okay.
It can be sometimes that it's here and the person that's choosing has got a few buildings in that corner and they think, okay, well, I'm going to go there, and you don't get anything for your building at all. But yeah. Okay. So that's all the actions from the Art Nouveau board. So next of all, it's the actions from the Brussels board. So like I say, so they do not require money and they can be performed by multiple players during the round. So you can use it as many times as you want. When you use a space, it costs you 1 to go there once. The second time you visit, you have to place 2 workers and then 3 workers to use the same space.
It's 1 worker, but it's no cost.
Yeah. The second time costs you 2 workers.
For the same space.
For the same space. However, we could all go there once for free.
Yeah.
But then when somebody goes there a second time, it costs you 2, etc., etc. Okay. So when it comes to the end of every round, the person who has placed the most workers on this board loses 1 to jail, basically. Yeah. And it can be tricky, depending what cards come out. Like this one here lets you take a worker out of jail, as does this one here. And there are some assistants with get out of jail free cards.
Get out of jail,
But yeah, so that worker then goes there. So typically you find towards the end of a round, someone will go there and then everyone thinks, okay, well, I'm going to go there as well because you can go there for free.
It's safe,
So say Gemma's struggling for resources, she goes there and there. Well, I'm going to go here as well because I can go there for free, basically, because I know that she's going to lose a worker, but I'm not.
So if it's tied for who... Like if we both got 3 workers there,
if
we both lose 1?
We all lose 1.
Right.
Yeah, exactly right. Okay, so what do they all do? So this is the market action. By going on this one here, you get 3 wild white cubes.
Yeah.
Exactly right. As you can see from down here, there are also cards that get you wild cubes as well. So that's the 2 way to obtain those. This one here, which is the stock exchange action, you got it. It gets you the money that's on the top of the round tile. So these will go up and down, and it will range between, I think, is it 3 and 7? It goes up and down.
And they were just randomly shuffled into a big pile.
Yeah, exactly right. This one here calls itself the 50th anniversary park. But what this allows you to do is to take a free action from this board that without having to place on there. So say you didn't have any money to make a bid, you could then go on it.
But it's not a bid, so you don't get the card.
Exactly
you just
right.
get to do one.
You get to do the action. So some actions are quite precious. So say, for example, you want to build, which is quite a valuable one. If you want to build, but those spaces are already taken, it's a good way to do that. As they all get taken up, basically. The last one allows you to use your assistants.
Right.
Okay, so you go on this one here, you use your assistant. So George Brugman here gets you 5 money. You twist him, and that's exactly right. Yeah. The number of assistants that you can use is defined by this track here.
Okay.
So you'll go up this track by taking
which is what
that
the symbol does.
It's also that one there as well.
And that's how many assistants you can activate
at any
when you choose that action.
Exactly.
And they come back when?
At the end of every round. So they get turned when they're used, they get returned at the end. Okay.
Cool. The designer, Ori's here. Hi Ori, thank you for joining in. The designer has confirmed a deluxe version of the board game is coming to Kickstarter in 2022 with a new expansion.
Yeah. I don't think it's Pearl Games, is it? I think it's somebody else.
So Pearl Games don't have the license.
I don't know. I think I read that on a topic somewhere. But
I mailed Pearl Games today because I have a contact at Pearl Games, and I said, "I'm doing this video tonight."
Yeah.
Thought I'd let you know.
Did they come back to you?
No. I didn't realise that they don't have the rights to the game anymore. But
yeah. Okay. But so anyway, so that's all of the actions on here. Okay. So then, like I said earlier on, once you either don't want to take a turn or you can't take a turn, you pass and you receive the round marker. Something else I didn't mention is when you go on the Art Nouveau board, you can place a worker and a bid, but you don't have to take that action.
Okay, so the actions are optional. You could
exactly.
Just bid.
So say I was desperate for this card, which is actually quite a good one. You can go on there, build. You don't actually build, but you can put a bid in for it. Okay, so the first player to pass gets 1 Belgian franc for taking the pass token, and you get an additional Belgian franc per colour of work of art that's in front of you.
When you pass?
When you pass.
Only for the first player? Or is that everybody?
Only the first player gets 1 for passing. So if you've got no art in front of you, if nobody had any, only the person that passes and takes it will get the franc. If, say, you pass, you've got no works of art, you take it, you would get 1. If I then pass, but I had 3 different colours, I would get 3.
You get 3.
Yeah, exactly right. The players continue until they also pass. And then you begin the resolution of turn phase. Is everything okay so far? Any questions you got or anything?
Yep.
No? Okay.
4 things on the back of this?
That's what I described when you build. So you pay the cost.
Pay the cost. If you didn't use any white cubes, you get 5 points.
Yeah.
You flip this tile over and you put it somewhere on there.
Yeah, and you move the compass as well with number 3.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So the following 5 steps must be resolved in this order. So number 1 is the bids on the Art Nouveau board. So as I said, you bid vertically, you gain.
Get the card. If you're tied, you both get the middle ability, but then the card gets discarded.
Exactly right.
Okay.
Step 2 is designation of the new first player. So every round you add up, and whoever has the most of this icon here is the new first player for the next round. Remembering that the back of the pass one has 2 on. Yeah. So whoever has the most gets it. So if, say, for example, we were tied on this one here, so say me and you are Paul, we would share that action, but that card would disappear, and we don't get to use that towards being first player.
Okay.
So when you take the card, and that's providing that you've got it for yourself and you're not sharing it, you can take one of 2 options, which is that you use the action on the card, or you can take that card and you can tuck it under the side of your player board. Okay. Why would you do that? Because these get you points at the end of the game. Okay. So you get points for every worker that you have that's not in prison above 2. You get 1 point. You get points for every assistant you've got, points for every work of art in your possession, and points for every 4 francs you've got.
If there's a card tucked under it.
So everybody gets it.
Oh, everybody gets that.
But it acts as a multiplier. So say, for example, you've got 4 money. at the end of the game, you'd get 1 point for it. If I tucked that one under the side of the board, I would get 3 points for it instead. And you can keep tucking
that's
cards.
what this is.
Yeah, exactly right, yeah.
So you took that under there like that, and that increases that multiplier.
Yeah,
okay, right.
Exactly. The only thing is you cannot tuck more than one card under the same row in the same turn. So say, for example, it's the very last round, you've got loads of money, and you think, okay, I'm just going to tuck all the cards I want there. You can't do it. They've got to go to different ones. Okay, so I've explained that one. The next is shield majorities on the Art Nouveau board. So every time you place a worker on here, not only are you bidding for the bottom of that column, you are also bidding for a majority on these shields here. So, for example, I've got 2 there. Actually, no, let's go like that. Can I grab one of the workers? So if you look at this shield here, I've won that one, basically. So I've got the majority. If it was 2 reds instead, we would share that majority.
You both get it?
Exactly.
Right.
So, and then at the end of the round, you multiply the number of shields you've won by this track here. Okay, so if you're at the top of the round, you've won 4, you would get 16 points.
So it's points. This is how many points you get per shield that you have control of at the... Right, okay.
Exactly right. And that gets victory points, and that gets added on towards the end of the game. And then last of all is the sad majority on the Brussels board, and then the person that's in there is unlucky enough to go to jail.
And so we start with 2 people in jail each, and we can get people out of the jail with that icon.
Yeah, exactly right. So start with 5 workers, 2 in jail. Okay. So and then at the end of it, you take all of your workers back, refresh the cards that have been used at the bottom, refresh the cards there.
That one goes,
that one goes, slides they all slide across. You reveal the new stock exchange one for the end of the round. And then, that's it.
So this.
Yeah, so
this?
Endgame scoring. We're coming on to that.
Oh, right, that's endgame scoring. Right.
So, and again, so you advance up this track on the left-hand side using cards.
Okay, so you move up there during the game, but it doesn't do anything during the game. It's just endgame scoring. Right.
So at the end of the 5th round, the game ends after resolving the majorities on the Brussels board. So basically you do the end of the round every single time, and then you go to final scoring, skipping the end of the turn phase. So you don't take all your bits and pieces off the board. So how do you score points? So each player must pay the amount of money indicated on the public figure that you chose to keep. We went over earlier on. After that's done, that money is taken...
The public figure, rather than all public figures.
You should have written this, Robert.
Well, no, that infers that you can only have one, but that's not true.
No, that's not true. Okay. Even in the example, they've got 5 here. But and then your score is calculated as follows. So the number of victory points that are accumulated on the outside of the track, something that we learned the hard way is the points track, for some reason, only goes up to 80.
80, yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than 100.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's because they didn't have space on the board. But anyway, so the number of victory points you accumulate, the number of victory points you get from construction. So this is the number of buildings you have built multiplied by your position on this track that you asked about on the left-hand side.
Oh, okay.
So if you're like Gemma, when we played last time, she built all 6. She was on the 10th space.
60 points.
She got 60 points, which is absolutely mega. And she also got the 10 points when she built the top as well. So building all those buildings earned her 70 points, which was absolutely phenomenal, wasn't it? You get points from construction. You get 1 victory point for each noble material you possess, but the jokers are worth nothing. So say you've got 5 at the end, you get 5 victory points. Not really worth it, I don't think. But then lastly, and then it's the number of points
for these
from the ones that you've got tucked underneath as well.
Okay.
Yeah. The only last thing to cover is the secondary actions that you get on the Art Nouveau
when somebody
board.
uses your building.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got a player aid for you guys, and we can talk through it as we go. But basically, so if somebody goes on one of your actions on a workshop space, you create a black work of art for free.
So the secondary actions are dependent on the action space.
On the action space it's on, and somebody else going on that space.
Right, and is that printed on the board anywhere?
It's not on the board.
Right.
And that's why we brought the player. We printed
that's why we brought the player aids.
They're not anywhere. They are in the rulebook here, but they're not on the back page like you'd like them to be.
Okay.
They're on the inside of the back page, so you've got to keep the book open. But yeah, so like I say, it's dependent on what space that's on. The workshop action, you create a black work of art, and that's taken. You can sell this through the sale action, which is of course depicted by the middle of that one there.
Right. Yep.
It's conducted in exactly the same way, but again, if there's already a black work of art at the top, you can't sell it again. If you have it on the sail action, which is that one there, you get 1 victory point for every work of art you have in front of you.
Yep.
The Royal Theatre action, which is the gentleman with the moustache and the hat, you can activate one of your public figure cards and then rotate it 90 degrees. So where going on this space here might cost you a worker. If you have it and somebody goes on there, you can use one of them for free.
Okay.
And where some of these one of these assistants, these cards are taking workers back, then that can be really useful. The materials action, which is the number 2, which is that one there, you can take 1 noble material for free. So you can just take a free cube. But it's not a white one, it's one of your choice. The construction one, you earn 1 victory point for every building that you have on the board. And then, that is it. And we don't need the 2-player rules. Does that all make sense?
It all makes sense.
Happy to play?
Yeah, happy to play. So just before we start, again, choose your team. Use the hashtag Team Paul, Team Nick, or Team Gemma. And anybody watching in the chat earlier on, let me know how many people we've got on each team. Paul Kelly is saying, why is there 1 to 4 on the Brussels board near the other board?
This one here, this is for where you place your stock exchange marker on these ones here. So it's column and column and then row. So
should we do a start player at random since the game doesn't have a last player to have visited Brussels or anything like that? Okay, nearest one to the frame. Oh gosh. I think it's yellow. Yep.
All right.
So you go first. So you're the first player, and we might as well have that as the card.
Yeah. Okay. And it's a good amount of money as well, so that's always good.
So so it's either there like that, or there like that. And at this stage in the game, it doesn't really matter because nobody's got any buildings on the board.
Yeah. So I think we'll go for this way here, and then in terms of the money there that you've got in front of you, it is 5 for me. 6
I'm just going to block a few people from the YouTube channel because we've got Team Gemma, Team Gemma, Team Gemma, Team Nick. So Paul, you can stay, Paul.
So and then Gemma gets 6. You get 6. Gemma gets 7.
8, 4, 5, 6.
Got 7, and that's for you.
There you go. Money. Right. We're good to go.
Okay.
What do we do again? So the stock exchange phase was first, which is basically that and that.
Yeah, exactly right.
And now we're into the meat and bones of it, which is the action phase.
Exactly right.
Okay.
So it takes a bit of getting used to in terms of, because there are a few steps to every action, but then once you sort of get those, then the game does flow nicely. Yeah. So where are we going to?
Bearing in mind the last game I played was on Mars, so this is like. Yeah, this will be fine.
Where are we going to go? So I am going to buy a work of art, first of all.
So you go there, you put 1 on it.
I put 1
You could put any amount of money on it, but you've chosen to put 1 on it.
Exactly.
And
so
you get to do a work of art, which was...
These ones here?
Yeah, just to remind me, you take 1 because you've got 1 different colour.
And then 1 automatically, so I can take 2. Oh, that's right, Gemma, isn't it? I can take 2 and choose, can't I?
I thought it was just 1.
I can't remember.
Draw a random coloured work of art from the supply. If you have 1 or more exhibition tiles from passing in the previous round, you may draw 1 additional one. So that's only saying that if you've got those.
No, that's not right then. This is a good start, isn't it?
Well, that's what we're here for. We'll find out.
He draws a work of art tile from the stack of colour works of art. If he possesses 1 or more exhibition tile, he draws the same number of additional work of art tiles.
Yeah, the exhibition tiles are these ones.
That's not how we've been playing.
No, we've been playing
there we go.
wrong, clearly.
Whoops.
It's fine. So
Every day is a school day, so I get to choose 1.
But
hang on a minute, what if you go on that space and you haven't got any?
You don't get any.
You don't get any. No, because I was still
it
thinking
does say draw. No, it's draw 1.
Yeah.
If you have 1 of those, you get an extra 1.
See, we were playing it that you could take it and choose 1 for every colour you had.
No.
That's the rules of this game.
Where did you get that from?
It's because so many times you used what you got them from.
Right.
It's a bit of a blur. But anyway, so that's that one. I'll put my bid down.
And that's it. That's your action.
That's my turn.
What should I do? Andre says Team Gemma, hope that's how it's spelled. That's exactly how it's spelled. Yeah. How many times do people spell your name wrong? Because Gemma is normally with a G, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's normally with a G, but then it can be with a J.
Yeah. Because Vicky gets 5 different spellings of her name all the time. Even people she's known for 20 years still spell her name wrong because she doesn't want to say anything. Right, I don't know. process of elimination. I could do the same thing that you've done. And getting works of art seems good. I could sell this. So go through the process if I sell this again. I would choose this space, right?
Put a worker on it.
How many times do I get to move the square?
Equal to the number of different colour works of art you have in front
Move
of
the
you.
cursor a number of orthogonal spaces equal to the number of works in your possession. Total number of works in your possession. This is before I've put it on here.
Yeah.
So 1.
Yeah.
So I could move that
And you can,
there.
Yeah,
And then I would get 4 points and 2 money.
exactly.
Yeah.
The downside is I've sold it. And so much seems to rely on ones that you've got here.
Yeah, I wouldn't focus on that too much. Selling works of art is a really good way to get money easily.
Okay.
And money is a really tight resource. Well, it's not a tight resource, but you need to really keep on top of your money for this game.
Well, maybe I'll do that then, because it's a learning game for me. So I'm going to sell. Now, I'm also bidding. So if I want to sell, I can only use these spaces here.
Yeah.
And this is interesting because looking at this is the only building space.
That's right, yeah.
But nobody's got any cubes.
Not yet.
So we don't start with any cubes.
No.
And how do you get cubes?
By going on
By
this
going
space.
on there.
Yeah.
And that's the only one of those available.
But don't forget, you can then take that action for free
That's true.
by going on this board.
That's true. No, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go with that one. So we're going to go on there with a worker, and I'm going to take 2 cubes. So I'm obviously going to take the nice teal and the nice brown because...
Yeah.
And this only moves round when somebody builds.
Correct, yeah.
So there you go. That seems like a good idea.
That's a safe move. Gemma's quick to it.
Well, Paul's just done what I wanted to do. So I'm going to... I'm going to sell. So,
so you move this.
I'm going to move it up one so that I get 4 money
4
and
money,
2
2
victory points,
and then
and
that goes there.
pop it there.
Yep, so that's your money. And if you can put
2
victory
points. You're red. Okay. Nice.
Cool. I'm going to start a bit of a monopoly here, and I am going to buy another work of art. So I can still only take one according to the rules. I taught the game, but I'm still learning rules. I've got another pink.
Them's the rules. So I could build. Building seems good. This was getting the
assistance.
Take a public figure card from the display, pay the amount of money printed on the space, use the ability immediately, and then either discard it or keep it when you might be able to use it later on. And these also seem quite good. But as we know, white cubes don't get you the points. And he's expensive. He's super expensive.
What's that?
Prince Albert.
You get it for free.
Yeah, but...
Oh, but that's if you want to keep him.
True.
You've got to balance that.
I do. I mean, it's Prince Albert. So, looking at this area here, if I go here with 1, then both me and Gemma will get that, but neither of us will get this.
Correct, yeah. But you could outbid her. So if you put 2 on there, so you have 3.
If I put 2 on there, like so. So I'm just going to offset these just for the overhead camera.
Yeah.
So I've put 2 on there, and I'm going to take Prince Albert, and I'm going to keep Prince Albert, but I get to do the ability straight away.
Yeah.
So that goes up to there, and I'm going to keep Prince Albert.
Okay.
Okay.
So then these slide down, and then that one gets replaced.
Slide down, and we get a new one, which is Maurice Maeterlinck. Okay, there we go. Jill is here. Hi, Jill. Stasi is here. Yeah.
So what are you doing,
Andrew
Jenna?
is Sean, 1893 or 1897?
I'm not going there, sorry.
What are you doing?
That's where I wanted to go.
Okay.
I'm going
with a bit of 2. Which one would you like?
I'm going to go for the 2 white cubes, and I'll pay 1
this
money.
Guy? Edouard.
And I am going to keep him.
Okay.
And I'm going to use him.
2 white cubes.
Oh, so when you use him, he's actually...
Yeah, so sorry, yeah. So that
no,
one
you
should
did
be
say
in
that.
the-
You did say that.
Interesting.
I don't know what you're going to do.
I'm going to sell
Yeah.
one of my lovely works of art. That makes a lot of sense.
You're going to move this into the corner?
I can, can't I?
You can.
Yeah. I
You've got
will.
3 movements.
Yeah. So if you could put me on 6 victory
6 points.
and I get 6,
And 6 money.
Yeah.
Which is the move that I possibly would have made. So now I can't sell.
Unless you're there.
True.
You can
There's,
sell.
no,
There's
there's
no,
a pink
I can't
there,
sell.
so you can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't sell.
Mm.
But I can construct.
Yeah.
So do I want to construct? I probably do. Constructing seems like a good thing to do. So I'm going to construct with 1. So I build either of these, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
It costs me those 2 cubes, which I have. I get 5 points because I didn't use white.
Yeah.
I turn... Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Well, I don't fully understand it. Done that. And then this goes on the board. Now, I
Yeah.
can't put it where...
There's workers at the moment.
So I'm going to put it...
Where do you want to put it?
I'm just thinking, is this area going to get... I think the centre ones are going to get used more, aren't they?
I think that's probably a really good thought, yeah.
Yeah, I just suddenly realised that. Go at the edge, it's probably not going to work. So I'm looking at the bonus actions again. And I think I'm going to put it on that space there.
Okay. Okay. So
Done.
we can see the path you're thinking then potentially. I'm seeing a lot of construction in your future.
Yeah.
Gemma, what are we going to do? So Gemma's in a bit of a difficult situation. So the only space available here is to sell a work of art. But you haven't got any works of art. And you've got 3 workers left.
So that'll be...
I'm going to go on the board where I can take an action.
Yeah.
And I'm going to build.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my 2 wild.
Yep. So
Don't
you
get
don't
5
get 5
points.
bonus points, but you do get to build something.
I'm going to put it.
Okay. And you get to move this propeller compass clock round. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to put 1 franc on this one here, which will secure that column for me. And also secure that majority there,
And
which
you
is
get
good.
to sell.
And I get to sell. So what I'm going to do is so remember you can't sell more than 2 of the same colour. I'm going to put this one on and I'm going to cover that pink up,
Right.
which will mean that if I want to sell again,
But you get 2
I can
movements
do
of
it.
the blue thing
I get
before you
2.
do that, if you want to.
If I want to, and do I want to? It's the same. It's the same net
the same.
result, isn't it? I'm going to leave it there actually.
So 6 points.
6 points and 2 money.
Yeah, that's good colours there.
Mm.
So we can't go in here now. That's
No, that's completely
dead.
gone.
It's gone.
The only spaces available are these ones here. So you could pass if you wanted to.
Yeah. No, we're not going to do that. I'll go there, get 7 money. Thank you.
Okay. Pool at the casino. So Gemma, what are you thinking? You got 2 workers.
Yeah. I'm going to have some money as well, please.
Okay.
The nice thing with these iron clays is that they don't click as loudly as other games with chips.
Yeah. Yeah, we really like the iron clays. We got some off
Yeah.
Kickstarter a couple of years ago, and we use them in pretty much every
Yeah.
game, I think, because they're just so nice to use. So Gemma's got 2 on here now.
Yeah.
I've got 1 worker left. So that basically means that one of hers is definitely, potentially going to be going there. So this is a free move for me here.
And possibly mine as well, unless Gemma passes.
No, because she's got 2 on there, and
So
you've
if I
got
put
1.
mine on,
You will lose 1 as
and
well.
then Gemma passes,
You will both lose 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go here, and can I have 3 wild materials, please? Thank you.
well, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell this pink,
Nice.
and it's going to go here, and I'm not going to move that. I'll have a 5 and a 1. So I get 6 money, 6 points. Done.
I'm going to pass.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get that.
Yeah.
And you immediately get something for doing that?
One
Yeah.
money.
So you get 1 money plus 1 for every kind of work of art you got. So that 1 is yours. Okay. So I'm going to pass as well. I've got 1 work of art, so I take 1 money.
I pass. I have no works of art.
Yeah. So you just want to turn that one just that way up there.
Okay. We're done.
So let's go through our very first round then. So first of all, you resolve the bids column by column. So this one here is mine. Gemma and I, because we've got 2 each, we share that one. So we each go up 1 on that track, and that card just goes out of the game. And then Paul, you've won that one, so that card then belongs to you.
And I took it.
You can either tuck it, or you can take what's on it.
Or take what's on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
not
not
both.
and, it's or.
That's fine.
Okay. And you didn't have any at the top of yours. I've got 1, Mannequin Pierce. Gemma, you've got 2. So you are then the start player for the next
And
round.
if that was tied?
If that was tied, it's the player that was the start player before. Retains it.
Oh, right. Okay. Shields.
Okay. So shield majorities. So remember, it's multiplied by the ones on this side here. So I've got 1, 2. So 2 points for me, Paul.
2
if you
points for
like.
yellow.
3.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, 3 here. Look at
3, yeah.
that. Paul, you've got
1.
1. And Gemma, haven't you got any of you?
That's it.
No, unlucky. And then majority on the Brussels board. So blue and red each lose 1 player into jail.
They get nicked.
They get nicked. And then that's it. So these workers come back to us here, as do all of these. This money here has been spent, so it goes back to the bank. If you could replenish those cards there, Paul. And then he goes, and then they get slid down.
Done.
Okay, first round done.
Clear bids. Return all rotated public figures to upright positions. Discard the public figure. Yeah. Discard all unclaimed bonus cards and refill.
That was these ones here. So this one's stock exchange cards.
It said unclaimed.
Is that right?
Would that be these?
Yeah, go on and refill them.
Do you want
That
to
is
just
what
check?
it says. We've always kept them. We've got too many house rules in this game, haven't we?
Probably not going to matter that much.
Discarded. Draw 5 new ones.
They are gone.
They are gone. It's a teaching game for us too, Gemma, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, shall I reveal the next stock exchange
Yes,
card?
please.
Round 2. It is now 1894.
Okay.
So now it's
2, 3, or 3, 2, which is almost exactly the same, isn't it? So it's
remind me where it is.
So it's there.
so 2, 3 is that one there. So 2, 3. So column
That's 2, isn't it?
2. Yeah, you go along the stairs and then up, isn't it? So it's 2, 3.
Oh, right.
Or
Okay.
3, 2. So it's one of those
Right.
2.
Okay.
So I don't get my red thing in either way.
No.
There we go.
Unlucky. Okay, and Gemma, you'll stop there.
Seems quite hard to get cubes.
Yes.
I'm going to take 2 resources.
That's how you get the cubes.
I'm going to build for my first action. So I spend these 2 wild cubes, if you put those back for me. I don't get the 5 victory points. I'm going to skip that hand over there.
Yeah.
So that is
Effectively
effectively
does that.
the same as that. Actually, where was it? Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I'll have moved that hand
Okay.
from there to there. And then this one here I get to put on the board. Where do I want to put it? I'm going to go here. I like the look at that space there.
Okay.
And now it's me.
So I'm going to take a work of art.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to spend... Let's put 2 on.
That's sell a work of art. Buy a work of art is
I'm going to buy a work of art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely putting 2 on there then, because I've won that column.
Yeah. So you'll reclaim one of these workers at the end of the
I will.
round.
And I just get one of these. Let's have this one. Oh, it's a chair. Oh, I always wanted. Can't sell it. Nobody wants it.
I'm going to build. So I've got a black cube and a brown cube.
So what you need, 5 points.
And I'll move that one to there.
Okay.
And I will put...
Okay, nice. I'm going to put that one in there. And I'm going to take this one here. Take the 2 cubes, and I'm going to put him. I'm going to put him in front of me, so he turns 90 degrees. And I'm going to have 2 cubes, please. Thank you.
Okay. 5. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is an awful lot. But round 2 is 20 points.
If you can use him every round.
Which is this. It's 1 worker.
Yeah, 1 worker there. You can turn over 2 cards. Or twist 2 cards, sorry.
It seems quite good. It does seem good. Let's go for that. Let's put 2 on here. And if you've played this game before, let us know what you bid on this board, because we're bidding 1s and 2s, and I don't know if that's right or not. So we are going to take this one. It costs nothing. Turn it sideways. I get 5 points.
Nice.
First play to 17 wins the game, I think. I think that's in the rules if you just check. I'm sure I saw it. These slide down.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some resources.
Okay, so you put 2 on there, haven't you?
Yep. Have a bit of 2 on there.
And take 2 blacks.
Okay. So we're a little bit stuck as to what to do here, because I don't need 2 cubes. I can't sell a work of art because there's already a pink there, and I've got 3 workers here. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do a construct action. So I will spend these 2 white cubes here.
2 wilds.
I don't get my points, 5 points for it. This one, I'm going to twist like that. And then this one, I'm going to put here, I think. And that's quite a versatile bonus space.
So I think I am going to go here with 1. And I get any 2 cubes. So I'll take 2 black.
Yep, and I get a bonus second reaction because
You
you went
get
on my
a
house.
cube, is that
The
right?
first one, and I will take a black cube, please.
Yeah, take a noble cube from the supply.
Yep, on your choice.
So Michael is saying early game he bids very little, late game bidding becomes far more competitive.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay.
I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take a card at the bottom.
Which one would you like?
I'm going to pay 1 money for the worker
Emil.
card. And I'm... Yeah, I'm going to keep him.
Okay.
And I use him, so
you've twisted that on 90 degrees.
I'm taking a man out of jail.
Okay, nice. So I've got 2 workers. I'm going to put a bid of 2 on that one, even though I can't do the action.
Okay. I'm going to go here. I'm going to turn these 2 sideways. So I get 5 money and I move up on that track.
Okay.
Now, do I want to turn my 2 cards sideways, or do I want everyone to lose a person? I can't decide which is going to be
That's
more
where I went
beneficial.
there and not there, because I did. I didn't want to have to make that decision.
Everybody, including you.
Including me. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always going to lose one.
Yeah,
So
true.
I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to take 5 money and 2 cubes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really like the idea of losing a worker because they are so valuable, and I'm not going to get one back down the bottom here.
So you're passing?
So I will pass. I'll take that one, please.
So you get 1 money for passing plus 1 for a work of art.
So 2 money for me.
I then pass. I've got 1 work of art. I get 1 money.
Mm-hmm.
I pass. I don't get anything.
Okay.
Okay, so resolving your bids. So I've got 3 and Gemma's got 2, so I take this card here. Blue has got 3 and Blue has got 2, so you get both of those.
So I either get the bonus in the middle or I took them.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the bonus on mine and I'm going to move up this track on the left hand side.
I'm going to take the bonus on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm going to tuck this one.
Okay, where are you going to put it?
I'm just counting the number of mannequins I've got. Are they mannequins?
Workers. This is
At the top.
This is sorry, yeah.
I count
You're not
that.
going to get it anyway because I've got 2, 4. So whatever you do, you're not going to get it. I know that sounded a bit harsh, but
so
workers
workers
you've
above
got
3.
above 2, so 3 plus.
3 plus.
Assistants you've got, which could be quite good for you. You've got 3 at the moment, and we're only in round 2.
Assistants.
Sorry, no. Yes, that is, yeah. And then works of art is the next one down. Oh, not assistants, it's public figures, sorry.
Public figures,
Public
right,
figures.
okay, yeah.
Top one's assistants. Works of art you've got, and
And
money per multiple.
Well, I've got 3 public figures, so I'm going to tuck that there.
Okay.
Okay.
So, start player, I've got 2, then 2. So I will be the start player for the next round. Gets turned back up. Use bonus cards, we've already done that. And then next is shield majority. So I'm surprised we're this far into the game and nobody's managed to move up this track yet. So me
Tied.
and you share. So that's 1 each there.
So you get a point,
Yeah.
I get a point.
Mm-hmm. Red gets 1 point. Blue gets 1 point. And blue again.
Okay. Majority on the Brussels board.
That was red. I'm sorry.
Gets arrested.
And then we reset everything.
Yep.
Cool. So these will come back.
Okay, yeah.
These disappear. 5 new cards. There you go. Second round
And then this gentleman here goes and
is
slides
done.
to the
Chris
right.
Albert disappears. He's moved down. And we need a new stock exchange card.
I've just done that.
Oh, you done that?
Sorry, yeah,
You've got
that's
another
the
6.
Yeah.
So just before we start round 3, wanted to give a quick shout out, thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who fund the channel. This is not a sponsored playthrough. It's only made possible through the support of the Patreon. So if you like the content that I create, obviously please give the video a like, leave me a comment if you're watching this afterwards. And yeah, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/gamingrules. Thank you very much. Right.
So,
Nick, you're up.
yeah, so I'm
What have
choosing.
we got? We've got
stock plays.
2,
So,
2 and 3, 3.
I'm a little disappointed by all the ones that have come out. It's
it's
these
here
two.
again.
Normally, you'd be down here, you're across here like this, choosing different segments, but it's just the way that somebody shuffled the cards. So, what was it? It was 2-2, which
2,
is there.
2,
That looks good.
or 3,
Or
3.
3-3. I think you're winning either way there, aren't you, John? You see, I'm looking at these cards at the bottom and I'm thinking if we can get some people out, then that looks quite good. But then I'm looking at my buildings as well and I'm thinking, I'm going to go this way here. Okay, and then it's me to start.
Number of workers, you got 5, 5, 4. Okay.
Who's got 4, sorry? Oh, Gemma does.
Mm.
Okay. You can twist your assistant, don't forget. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But you'd have to go there so you'd lose him. Maybe anyway.
Yeah, but it's worth it to get the 2 cubes and 5 money as well. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Although I can only get 2 of the 3 at the moment.
Okay.
What's the ability that allows you to basically twist it and then untwist it?
There's no ability that allows you to use it twice in the same round. There's a secondary bonus if you build that lets you use one of them for free.
Activate one of the personalities in your display and rotate them.
It's the same thing.
Oh right, it is.
Yeah.
So it's not activate them and then rotate them.
I didn't think so.
It's use them. Kind of makes sense.
He benefits from the effect immediately and rotates at 90 degrees.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's basically use that card. What am I going to do? I'm going to. I'm going to go here and take.
Nomi's here. Thank you for joining in. Gary's also saying that he usually bids higher based on the card up for bid if it fits his strategy. Yes.
So I'm going to.
Yeah, that's it. There's this factor to take into account as well, isn't there?
Yeah. Can I have 2 black cubes, please, John? Thank you.
So we're in this area. I think I'm going to put 2 on here.
Okay.
And I'm going to construct. So it's. I mean, that should really say ×2. Yeah, because it means it's that. So I'm going to spend 2 black cubes to build this. So I get 5 points because I spent noble resources.
Nice.
So yeah, I need to put this on something, on an action that I think other people are going to use, but also an action
that you want the benefit
that I want the benefit of. Which I think in this particular case is that one.
Okay.
Although, bearing in where this is. Yeah, this is clever, this bit.
It's a thinker, isn't it?
It is. It is. Considering these are the actions always that have been used.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to go for that one.
Okay.
I'm going to go for that one. That's me done. So I've built these 2. What does that get me? Nothing.
Nothing at this point.
Nothing. It's just 5 points for each of the top 2.
For the top 2, but then don't forget at the end of the game, this level here multiplies by the number of buildings you built. So if it was the end of the game now, you get 10 points.
10 points. Oh,
2
right.
buildings.
Each building,
by 5.
right. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay.
I'm going to
bid 2 there.
2, and I'm going to take 5 victory.
Sorry, Paul, you didn't move that one forward. Sorry.
I didn't move that one forward. I'm going to move that one to there.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take the 5 points, but I'm not going to keep the.
You're going to use him and discard him.
And discard him.
That was a nice move. Okay. What are these public assistants looking like? There's not really a lot there I want to do at the moment.
I like these public assistants.
You do?
They work for you for like 15 years and then you pay them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
Well, it's olden times, isn't it? It's just a shame there's...
Can I get paid now, please, Paul? No. Come back next year.
Yeah, no money for you. What do I want to do? Okay, I'm going to be bold at this point, but I'm going to go here, and I'm going to build. So risky going there early, but...
So it's noble cube and 3 money.
Yeah, or 1 noble cube and 6 money, or 3 money and 2 noble cubes. So I'll pay my 3. Yeah,
oh, you can choose.
You can choose which one it is. So yeah. So if you were on the 4, you could have 3 of these and 1 of those. It doesn't have to be equal.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So I'll spend my 3 money, which I don't really want to spend, and 2 blacks. So if you could pop those over there for me.
So it's 3 things, which can be any combination.
Any combination.
Of things. So it could be 9 money.
Exactly. Unless that one was on there.
In which case it has to be 9 money.
Exactly right.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so that's an X rather than a ×2 then. Right, got it.
So I spent my money. I haven't used any white cubes, so if you could put me at 5 points, please. I get to twist the dial, and I'm going to go there, which is a little bit mean, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then I'm going to put that one. Looks like a lovely home for it just there.
Right. So I know I need to do that. And I know I need to do that. I kind of don't want to use other people's buildings. I can see why I wouldn't want to use them. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go here.
Okay.
So I activate 3 people.
Yep.
I activate that one, which moves me up even there. I get 5 points and I get 5 money.
Nice. 5 money, yeah.
Done. So I can tuck another card onto here to increase the multiplier more. You usually can't tuck 2 on the same turn.
Correct, yeah, that's right.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
It's the top hat with the moustache.
It is.
It looked like an office chair.
An office.
With my failing eyesight, that looks like an office chair.
What are you thinking, Jenna?
I don't know. It's all gone horribly wrong.
Oh no. So early.
I'm going to take a work of art, even though that's going to give somebody something.
It gives me a black work of art.
Well, it depends if she goes on me or you, though.
I was actually going to go on this one.
Okay.
Sorry, Paul.
No, that's all right. I'd forgotten that space was there. So you get a black work of art.
Yep.
Mainly because nobody noticed, but if they had done the build action, I wouldn't have got a bonus action beforehand because I had no works of art in front of me.
What?
But now I will. So can you give me a work of art, please?
Oh.
1 VP for every work
So
of
you
art
can
in front
choose
of you.
2.
Right,
Because
okay.
you've got the pass thing.
I'm happy with that one.
All
Thank you, though.
Right, nice to offer, I suppose.
The guy on blue has too many points. Yeah, don't trust him. It's obviously cheating.
Yeah. So I haven't got enough money to win the column, but I'll do that. And I'll sell.
You're going to sell?
My black work of art.
So before you do that, you could move it too, but you don't need to move it because it's 4 and 4.
So I'm going to cover the pink one up so I can send my pink next time. And so I take 4 money.
4 money?
Yep.
Kind of don't want to sell. Can't sell. Even if I wanted to, I can't.
No.
Oh, I'm now seeing that as well. Yeah, the shield thing I felt was one step too far, but now I'm actually looking at the shield thing. As you said to me just before the game started, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
You've got the columns, you've got the shields, you've got the actions, you've got everything else going on as well.
There's a lot to think about.
There is indeed. And we got these as well.
Yeah.
So they're not going to come in.
No.
Is there any one of these columns that I particularly want? So I think I'm going to put 1 on there.
Okay.
And I am going to spend 2 to buy Maurice for another 5 points.
You're going to keep
and
him?
I'm keeping him.
Wow, okay.
Let me just check what my salary is going to be in 10 years' time.
So you went on my building, so I get to twist 1. So I'll twist Edward.
I need 14.
And I'll take 2 white cubes, please. What are you doing there, sorry? Oh, you're changing your money.
I'm changing my money up.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Cubitos will not be in 20 minutes. No, it probably won't be. Probably be closer to about an hour. So.
We need a new card down there.
Yeah.
New card. Yes, these are the iron clays from Roxley Games that we're using. And that's the thing, because I do a lot of videos where I want to show the actual game, I don't use the nice chips.
Yeah.
But because this is not sponsored and we're just playing for fun, we can use whatever we want.
Cardboard money's okay.
It's all right.
It's average.
Yeah, different colours, different sizes, good thickness.
Never used it.
All right.
So what
Boom.
I'm going to sell.
For 3.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I'm selling my yellow.
So you can
I'm not
move
going to
it.
move
You're not
it.
going to move
I'll
it.
take 6 money and 2 victory points.
2 points.
Actually. Yeah. Yeah.
6 money.
What have you done, sorry?
Sold.
Sold.
What colour do you sell? Blue?
Yellow.
Yellow gets 2 points. Yeah, that's what you put on 2 points.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to also sell. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to sell this pink. And I'm going on top.
So that's your space, but now you don't get any secondary action because you don't have any works of art.
No.
No, unfortunate. I'm going to go here.
Yeah. 6 money and 6 points.
6 money, 6
That's
points.
crazy.
It's good, isn't it?
So I could win this
Yeah.
by just putting. Well, in fact,
2 money on there.
if I put 1 on there, we both get it.
Mm-hmm. But then you share it with Gemma and she potentially gets points.
Yeah.
You do need the points, but...
Yeah, I think I'm going to go on there with 2.
Okay.
And that's my space, so I don't get the secondary benefit, I
No.
assume.
Mm-hmm. It's only when another person does.
And that allows me to draw, and I just get 1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's green. It's a new one.
Nice.
Vase or vase?
My nan says Vors. It's true.
Which country is she from?
Devon.
Vase.
I don't know. She's nearly 90, bless her.
Okay.
You got to let her up. You got 1 worker left, Gemma, have you?
Yeah. I'm going to go here and twist 2 of my workers. I'm going to get somebody out of jail, and I'm going to take 2 white cubes.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got 1 worker left after this because you just took 1 back, didn't you? Paul's got 1
Gemma
worker.
has 1 worker left, yes.
worker.
I have 1.
Sorry.
And you got the 1?
No spaces here.
Nope.
I'm going to... Oh no, I can't go there because I'd have to put 2 workers on it. That's no good.
6 money. 3 white cubes. We're all about the cubes.
Yeah, okay. We'll take 3 white cubes, please, Gemma, if you don't mind. More white cubes than cents.
So I'm going to pass.
Okay.
So I get 3 money because I've got 2 different colours.
Yep.
Plus the 1 for passing.
Mm-hmm.
And I get this.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass.
Okay. So you don't get any money.
No money.
And I'm going to pass as well, and I also
Yeah, no money.
So
Okay.
Paul in the chat says that Gemma got to twist 2 people for the action, but Paul was able to twist 3. So you twist the number of cards depending where you are on this track. So at that point, Paul was here, and then so he got to twist.
So this is how many people you can twist.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. So what do we do?
With all
So
bids.
majorities first. So
Me,
that was you,
red,
Gemma,
and yellow.
and then this one here is mine. Thank you. So start player. Who's got what? So I've got 1. Paul's got 3.
3.
I've got
Gemma's
1.
got 1. So you are the
Me.
start player for the first time for
Yay.
next round.
I'm going to go up 1 on there and discard my card.
Okay. I'm going to go up 1 on this one here, finally, and discard my card.
It's 4 points if I took it there.
Has he got 2 under the bottom, is it?
No. But it's 1 point per
Oh, I see.
thing, and I've got 4 of them. So it's 4 points if I do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to get more than 4 points for shields.
Okay.
So it's getting tucked.
Okay. So, next of all, it is shield majorities. So we've got blue here, has got 1 point. Oh, if you don't mind.
1 point for blue.
1 point for red. I've got this one here, but I get 2 points.
So 2 points.
And I've got that one there, so I
Another
get
2
2 points as well. So we're neck and neck at the front. Majorities on the Brussels board
Is yellow.
very upsettingly
You're
me.
nicked, mate.
I know, it was bound to happen sooner or later. And then, yeah, maintenance. So,
The number of workers that I've got hasn't really gone up because you don't get any additional workers in the game
no.
apart from the ones that are in jail. But because we've been getting them put in jail,
Yeah, so I'd
they've
say
maintained.
it's a game with a lot of variety because there are so many things that can change between game to game. You've
Yeah.
got the setup of this board. These are all completely random. The colour tiles are random. These are down the bottom. So you get some games where you're taking all of your workers back, but you get others like this one here where there's not really been a lot of opportunity to take very many. So it is quite nice, but it feels like a nice kind of randomness. It's not necessarily like, you know, you're rolling a dice and there's
it's
6
very
beats of 4
ability,
sort of thing.
it's-
It's just changing the set. So again, down here we've got
Yeah,
no
very,
way
very different.
to get any workers back. Oh, and discard. Here goes. Paul, you get to choose for the first time.
Ooh.
Not one of the ones in the middle, please. We've got 1, 3 or 3, 1. So if I mark it
So
on mine.
1, 3,
Yeah,
or 3, 1.
yeah. And you must choose the largest available
So
area.
if I choose that space, it would have to go there.
Yeah,
If I choose that space, it would have to go there.
works out quite well for me then. But yeah.
Well, one of those spaces has my building, and one of them doesn't. So I'll choose the one that... But as you say, you're also looking at this. If there's
exactly.
something here that I particularly want,
Yeah.
there isn't. So it's gone in there. There we go. Right. And it's me first. Well, I don't know. I'm going to cubes. So works of art
Yeah.
and selling of, because that's not a work of art, is it? It's an exhibition tile. It's a different thing. But we've now suddenly got 12 areas to play on, which
Yeah.
is the first time in the game we've had 12 areas to play on. So I think I am going to go in here
Okay.
with a bit of 2,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take a work of art. So I get to draw 2, and I keep 1
Yes.
and put the other back.
Yeah. So you can have a look at
Oh, joy.
blue and green? No way. No.
Blue, green.
That is rotten.
And that goes back in and
Yeah.
shuffled.
Yeah, shuffle them, yeah. Cool.
Didn't really shuffle.
Gemma.
I'm going to take some resources.
Started building and then changed my mind.
I'm going to go here with a bit of 2, and I'm going to spend 1, and I will take a worker back, please. Thank you very much. So I spend my 1, and out goes this cheeky fella comes out of jail.
Right. What's my plan? I think don't want to give you a black painting. A black. That seems really good.
I'll take it.
Yeah, no, you will. I'll go on here with a bit of 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to take
3. You take
2.
3.
Still 2.
Oh,
This is
sorry, 2 colours.
colours,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I have a black colour, please?
Oh, one of these.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm
Can I
going
have
to
a stained
take.
glass window? I'm only for
one.
I'm going to
vanity.
take these 2.
Makes no difference.
Okay, well
I like this
I'll
one.
have a different colour. Put the chair back. Okay.
Cool.
Done.
Nice.
I am going to build,
Okay.
and I'm going to use. Oh, can you break me up for?
So you need 3 cubes
Yes.
or 3 things,
I'm
which
gonna
could all be
do
black.
2 black and 3 money.
Which I'll spend for
You
you.
still get the 5 points.
Still at 5 points. Yeah, because you have to use one of each.
Do you?
If there is, it's only if it was on there that you could do all of.
Oh, okay. Right.
So do you want to twist the thing as well?
Yeah, sorry. And I'll put my.
Forgetting all the steps here.
David here is here from Eclectic Camel. Good evening, David. Yeah. I saw about the green laser thing. Kezo says, can play it on Tabletop Simulator. Any other online board gaming sites that this is on? I don't think it is.
What's
Is it on Board Game Arena or Yucata?
Is it Tabletop Arena? There is one.
It's Tabletopia.
I don't know. It's on one of those.
Okay.
It is. Okay, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to build. It'll cost me 3.
3 things, which is either blue or black.
Yeah, there's no point wasting my black, so I'm going to spend
3
whites. So this one comes off. I don't get my bonus. I get to move this one here by 1, and I'm going to put this. What's the bonus for that last one that's available there? It is per 1 victory point per work of art in front of you. I'm going to go here for next round.
Okay. So I'm going here with 1. Make it 2 actually. Okay, and I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell one of these vases because we don't want it.
Yep.
And I'm going to cover up the chair.
Okay.
And I've got 4 pieces of art, so I can move this 4. So I move it there. I get 6 points and 2 money.
Yeah.
Done.
Cool. Gemma.
I'm going to go on here, so I'm giving Paula
I get a cube.
something, and I'm
I
going to
believe.
take
So I'll take brown.
2 rounds.
Okay. I'm going to go here. And you, Gemma, get 1 victory point for every building you've built, don't you? So you get 3 victory points.
Nice.
For that.
1, 2, 3.
I heard you sigh then when I did that, because that's what I was worried you were going to do. So I take this one here off the top, so it's going to cost me 4 cubes,
You
but
get 5 points.
I get 5 points for doing that. So I'm going to spend these 4 here, using white cubes so I don't get my bonus, but I did get 5. And I am going to twist this one here. And actually, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I do. Sorry. I'm going to go there.
So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to turn all of these 4. So that's 10 points. 5 money, and up on that track.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Can you change?
Ooh.
3 money, and I will take a work of art, please. Nick?
Yeah.
You get 2.
Yeah, you get to take 2 and choose.
Choose 2, pick 1. Ryan is here. Hi, Ryan. Thank you for joining in. First game he's ever played that felt too Euro-y.
Wow.
And this is the person that's chosen a beige cube as their avatar. It is absolutely very much a Euro-y game.
Yeah.
But I have played drier ones.
Have you?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to...
This is on par for me for a standard themeless Euro.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to put 2 on that one there.
Which I love, by the way.
Actually, no,
Themeless
that's not
Euros.
the action I thought it was.
That should have been my YouTube channel name, I think. Themeless Euro.
Yeah. So you've got 4 on
I have
there.
4.
Wow. And I've got 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put 3 on here. Sorry, Paul. I'm going to take that one from you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
But that's like 8 points.
I know. And then I'm going to spend 2 money, and I'd like to use that card once, please. Actually, no. Do I want to keep that card?
This stage in the game?
I
don't
will.
know.
I
You
will.
know? Okay.
Oh, I don't know, actually. That's quite expensive for... No, I will get rid of it. And I get to move 1 up this track on the side here.
I mean, each one of these cards that I keep is 3 points. They shouldn't be like that. I've used them. So there's only one space left here, which is selling.
Yeah, which you could do.
Which I absolutely could do.
I'm sure you'd love to do.
Well, I mean, the yellow one's worth quite a lot. Just not really bothered about this.
No. You could put one there.
Yeah, no, we'll go there with 2.
Okay, so that secures that column for you.
Yeah. And I sell the yellow one, and I put it on there.
Yeah.
And I get 6 points and 6 money.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
I'm going to twist 2 of my assistants. I'm going to get somebody out of jail, and I'm going to have 5 money, please.
I should have kept that card, shouldn't I? So there's nowhere to go there. Is there any action I desperately want to take? How many workers have you guys got?
None.
So you're going to pass next time?
I will be passing on my turn, yeah.
I've got 1.
There's no sheep and there's no wheat. How can it be a euro? Good point.
Okay, I'm going to go here. Can I have 3 white cubes, please, Jim?
So I pass.
Okay.
So when I pass, I get 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I get 4 money.
I wish you tucked under the money thing now, because you're rolling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm going to spend a lot of it.
Are you?
I'm going to be spending... Oh, actually, maybe not much.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, you've got some assistants, yeah.
I'm going to take a action. I'm going to build.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to spend 2 brown and a black cube.
Yep. So you get 5 points. You get to twist the wheel by 1. Okay. Okay, nice. Okay. And I then pass. I've got 1 work of art, so I take 1 money.
Yeah, and then Gemma passes and gets 1 money.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Cool. So majorities on the column. So Gemma, you've got this one here. Paul, you've got that one, and I've got this one here.
Tied.
What's tied?
4 all.
Here's 4 all.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought
You
that
stopped.
I thought that was one on one of them.
You stopped me getting it.
Yeah.
So we both get that.
Yeah, and then that one goes. Cool.
I'm going to take mine.
Okay.
Discard.
I got 4 things, so
Yeah.
I'll be the start player.
Yeah. And you're going to take your thing, or you're going to tuck?
Yeah, I'll take that one. I can't. Yeah, because there's no tuck modifier on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
One of my people goes to jail.
Oh, okay.
next, shields. Hang on. Got shields to do.
Oh yeah, what we do? Oh, sorry. Good job I didn't take everyone else's off. That one was there. No, it wasn't.
It was there.
Yes, it was there.
Okay.
Okay.
So this shield is red,
Mm-hmm.
which is 1 point.
1 point.
This shield is yellow, which is 3.
Mm-hmm.
This shield is blue, which is 3. This shield is red,
Yeah.
which is 1.
And
This shield is blue,
mm-hmm.
which is 3.
And the next one is you as well. Wow, big scoring round.
Yeah. Majority on the Brussels board has been done.
Yep. So
now
now
things
we
come
do
home.
what I was doing.
So we're moving into the last round.
Yep, last round again.
Okay.
So you can see that you were talking about bids earlier. We spent way more in that round
Yeah.
than we did any of the previous ones.
Yeah. And it was also, there was 4 columns in use as well.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. So that one goes.
that one goes. I've done this.
Mhm.
So it is 1-1
Mhm.
or 4-4.
Whoa.
Well, I'm going to choose that one.
You don't know what the cards on the bottom are.
I don't know what the cards at the bottom.
But you want it that way anyway.
I should deal the cards at the bottom. There's no point dealing that one there, but not now. Okay. So we've done that, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. And yeah, now we're ready to go. So I'm in a points advantage, but there is end game scoring, which is actually going to be quite a lot because you two have built a lot of buildings. They're worth quite a lot of points. And I do only have 5 workers. Still. And one of them's definitely going up there because that's 10 points. Works of art at the end of the game are worth points for this.
Yeah. So at the moment you've got 3 points.
Yeah. It's probably better to sell something.
These are nice to have. I always find when you get to the end of the game, you don't really get very many points from it. Personally, I know you've invested in that one a little bit.
I've invested in that one a bit. I'm thinking I might invest a bit more.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to work out which ones of these are actually going to be worth.
So that would be a good column to win then.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because that goes in there and then that's worth, potentially 10 points.
Yeah.
Could be 10 points. So, do I want another work of art? Do I want to sell a work of art? Probably at this stage you want to sell a work of art. So yeah, let's go on here for 2. And let's sell a work of art. And I'm going to sell... So I can move this thing 3 times. So I'll move 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Worth doing that? No, it's not worth doing that. I'll just sell green.
Okay.
And I'll put it on there. So that's 6 points and 2 money. 6 points, 2 money. Okay, done. Let's change up. There we go.
I'm going to build. So I'll spend 3 whites and a blue.
So you get 5 victory
You get
points.
5 points for building your top level.
You get to move the thing 1. Okay.
And I'm going to put it here.
Okay, cool. So mine, I'm going to... Where's... I'm going to go there. And I'm going to... Actually, no, I'm going to do the mid one. I'm going to go there. And I'm going to spend 1 to take that card there.
Keeping him.
And he's going to go.
Bin in.
And I get to move 1 of that track.
Replaced by himself. Yeah. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Don't really want to do that.
Just quickly while you're thinking, the mannequin pit as well is worth 5 points at the end of the game, whoever has it.
Oh, this?
Yeah, I forgot to say that earlier.
Okay, that's fine.
Doesn't matter.
So there is a benefit to competing for...
So that's why you still work out who would the start player the next round would
Yeah.
be.
Okay, so I'm going here, and I'm going to spend 1 to take this one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use him to get this one out.
Okay.
Okay, done. So speaking of themeless Euros, for those people watching in the chat, or if you're watching this afterwards, let us know in the comments, what is your favourite themeless Euro? And yes, the point strike does end at 79, Mark. Yes.
I've got a good one while Gemma's taking her turn. A good theme this Euro. Russian railroads.
So, yeah, I agree.
It could be anything.
Love the game.
Great game.
Great game.
I love worker placement. It's my favourite mechanism of all. But yeah, you could be playing anything, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Really?
Newton.
I'd play that one.
That is beige, the game. Everything in the game is a different shade of brown.
Yeah.
Fantastic game. Really, really good game. Completely themeless. Totally and utterly abstract. But yeah, great. Yeah.
I'm going to go on there and take 3 white cubes.
Okay, cool.
That's your last building, isn't it?
I'm going to go on
Coimbra. Yeah, Coimbra's nice. And again, there probably is a theme in Coimbra, but it's,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go here.
And to be honest, half of my collection are probably themeless Euros. But
I'm going to sell this one for 4 and 4, please. So go up by 4 there. I get 4 more.
there's less movement of this than I thought.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, when you consider it's gone from corner to corner to corner
It,
again,
it has. It's not really gone down here. It's
No.
It's just the way the colours came out.
But again, it's just another layer of thinking in every.
It is. It's another little abstract mini game, like this one and like this one. But yeah. Right. So I did that. I definitely need to do that. But do I need to do anything else first? And yeah, because selling at this point is actually not great for what I've got. I mean, I could even do that. I could do that. I could totally do that. Let's do that. Although that's somebody else's building. I don't want to go on somebody else's building. I keep forgetting this space. I mean, this space is just do an action, but you don't take part in the bidding.
Yeah. All the majorities on the shields. Where there could be some
shield
left.
Majorities are actually quite valuable at the moment.
There could be some, given how many spaces and how few workers we got, that will be left empty. You only
true.
score ones if all 4 are complete.
Oh,
so if we ended now and we'd put them all here, then there would be no majorities.
So shields have got to be completely surrounded for them to score.
Yeah, which is where we'll talk about the 2-player version in a minute as well.
Did not know that. Okay, so I think I might use my own building.
Okay.
So I get 3.
Yep.
And choose the one I want. Let's have yellow. Obs.
Who'd have thought?
Okay. Yeah, so suggestions are Coimbra and Russian railroads. Yep. Any other ones?
I'm going to do a building.
Do a building.
4 black.
4
Or 4 white.
white.
It's your final building.
I'm going to be mean. Sorry, guys.
That is mean.
Doesn't that affect me?
You moved 2 then, didn't you?
No, I jumped
Move
over.
on to that.
I just
So
couldn't.
5 points because it's your the top level.
Okay. I'm going to go here and I'm going to twist my 2 assistant cards and I'll take 5 money and 2 cubes, please, Gemma. Oh. It's rude to throw things at people.
I've got enough money. I think I have enough money. So I'm going to go on here for 2.
Which space is that, sorry?
Yours.
Yeah, but what's the...
It's selling a work of art.
Okay. Oh.
Sell yellow.
Mm-hmm.
6 million, 6 points. Okay. 2 workers left.
I'm going to. Oh no! All of the cell. Have
All
gone.
of the selling is gone. There is that space. Yeah, Feld would pretty much classify as their theme. Yep, yeah, you're absolutely fine. You're absolutely right, Mark. Most Stefan Feld games, some of my favourite games, but the theme is not really there. Speaking of Stefan Feld, his latest game just arrived today.
Did it?
Cocapelli.
Okay.
If we didn't have a plan later on, I would have suggested we play that, but it arrived at lunchtime.
Is that the one's on the table?
Downstairs, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
The least Stefan Feld game that I've got.
Right, wow,
yeah.
okay.
Sorry. What's the lesser of all the evils? I'm going to take a. Sorry.
Which one would you like?
Can I pay 2 money for?
You keeping him?
No, I'm gonna bin him. Can you break me up and give me 3 back, please?
We are running out of these public figure assistant cards.
So Gemma's you landed on my assistant space, but I've already twisted mine. So can I use it again?
So Ryan has actually make a good point. But Ryan, you are a brave person to say that in the chat. Because Lost Ruins of Arnak is such a popular game at the moment, and on a level, you are right. You place a worker on a space, you get a resource, you go to another space, you convert that resource to something else. A lot of the core mechanisms of Lost Ruins of Arnak, no matter how much I like the game, are standard Euro resource gathering mechanisms.
Gemma, you've ruined me by moving that onto there. Because that one, rather than spending my cubes, cost me 12 money.
And the only way you can turn this, I think that's what this game is missing, is a way to turn this outside of the building action.
Yeah. Which would be okay if you were focusing more on the building, but you're not
up.
particularly.
I started and then I got bored.
Yeah. So how can I do it? I've got 9 money at the moment. I could go there.
Get the 4.
Which then leaves me with 1, which is a rubbish bid for the next one. So what's worth more points to me? That is worth a lot of points actually doing that. Alright. Okay, I'll go there and I'll take the 4 money. I don't want to, Gemma. I don't want to. And these are worth no points at the end of the game as well.
Nil point. Right, I would like to take a person. And how do I take a person? They're all taken. Nope, that one's not taken.
So how much do you have to pay for all of your people?
Well, I've got 28 money, so I think I'm okay. So it's 8, 9, 13, 18. So I'm fine. That's that. I got money spare. And I'm about to get another one. Thing is, can I surround another thing? I don't think I can. What's the secondary benefit of the people space?
I can't take it because I've already used my assistants.
Oh, it's turn an assistant, isn't it?
But it's turning up already upright,
Yeah.
so I can't turn it back and use it again, sadly.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go there. I'm going to go to there and do the recruit action. I'm going to take this one, which I'm going to keep. And move that to there.
Okay, cool.
Okay, done.
So then they slide down.
Last one.
Yep.
I'm going to turn 2 of my assistants. So I'm going to take 5 money and a worker.
Yeah, good point, Ryan. Yeah, you can't mention anything about Wingspan.
I'm going to very resentfully go here because I think. So I'm going to go there. Bill, Gemma, you get points. And then I'm going to.
Gemma gets 6 points for that. Is that right?
Yes.
Nice.
Then I spend my 12 money.
Yeah. To get 5 points.
To get 5 points now, please, Gemma, if you'd be so kind. and then another 5, actually, because I didn't use any wild cubes.
You did not use any white cubes.
So another 5, please.
Well, I think that's wherever they were.
So there I go.
And then
So
another
that
5.
one there.
Yep.
This one goes onto here, and then that one there is going to go like that.
And go there, turn all of these sideways. Move that to there, get 10 points. And 5 money. I am out of workers.
I'm going to go here for
2 pieces of art.
Oh, hang on a second. Oh, God.
You don't have to take the action.
Yeah,
well, you
I
might as
know.
well. It's a free piece of art, isn't it?
No. I don't have enough money to pay for my people. No, I'm going to do it.
Going to do it.
I'm going to have to lose 2 points, but
Okay.
that's what I'm going to do.
So 2 pieces of art. Passing.
Yes, please. So I then
You
take
get that. I also pass. I get 2 money for passing.
I pass, I get 2 pieces of money as well, actually, which is perfect.
Okay.
Thanks.
So we do the resolve bids.
Yep.
Mine.
Gemma
Gemmas.
and Gemma's again.
And Gemmas.
Oh, and this one here is
Gemmas.
Gemma's again. Goodness me.
Wow. Mannequin thing.
I have 5.
It is yours.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to spend both of those
That's
2,
going in there.
and this one can go up to there
That's totally going in there.
as well.
Okay. Shield majorities.
So Paul,
I
you've
get
got
3 points.
2 there.
And another 3
So
points.
6 points for you.
Nope. Yes.
I get
Which is
2
red.
points.
2 points. Nope. Nobody. Nope. 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 Interesting. This didn't fill up in the last round.
No.
Majority on the Brussels board is all
Me.
of us.
Yeah, all of us.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Not sure that matters. Maintenance we don't need to do, I guess.
No.
Right. We have a score pad.
Yes. Where is it? You've got it.
I've got it.
You've got a pen.
And
there
you got
as
the pen.
well.
Okay.
Cool.
Who do you think's won?
I don't know. It's between you or Gemma. I think if Gemma hadn't twisted that one onto the 3, I think I'd have been in a really good chance. But I've
Even with the points different like it is.
yeah, because this
Okay.
this would have been 60 points here.
Wow. Okay. Right. Let's go for it. So what have we got? Score track. So I'm on 95.
57.
No, that's not 95.
Yeah, it is. 80 and 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, my maths.
I'm on 57.
57.
You're on 49.
49. Okay.
So what's next?
Buildings.
10 points for me.
I've got 6 times 8, which is 48. And you've got 6 times 10, which is 60.
Nice.
What's next?
Set of 4 money.
Set some money. So none for me.
Is that multiplied by this?
By the top one, which is yeah. So it's for
Yeah.
every multiple of 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
so this
don't
is
we have
before
to
we
first
spend.
don't we have to first of all pay for our public figures?
Yeah. Pay for all
Yeah.
public figures in your display.
Yeah.
Each one you can't pay for, lose 5 points and discard the card.
Never 5 points. Is it? I thought it was you lose the value of the card, isn't it? Goodness me, I'm very upset.
So I've got to spend all of my money to keep all 3 of mine.
Okay.
So that's
So it's 5 points
7,
for each one you can't pay for.
Oh, joy.
7 money.
So 8, 9, 14, 17, 21.
Can you change that number to 47 for me, not 57?
Done.
Yep.
Why are you on 47?
Because I couldn't pay for my 2 cards because I had to
Oh,
pay
right,
for the
okay.
building.
Well, you know, it's not. It's on there, isn't it? Or was it not?
I just took it off that track now.
Oh, you do it on there, right? Okay.
So yeah, so this is the money one
Right.
now. So I got 0 because I have no money. at
So
all.
I get 3 points for my 12 money.
I've got 0.
Work of art bonus.
None for me.
I've got 2. It's negligible, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just 2.
You've got 2 points as well.
No multipliers or anything.
No, nobody does.
No multipliers on the money.
No. Okay.
Oh, my work of art. Have you scored work of art?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2.
Public bonus.
Public
bonus.
figures. 30.
30.
30 points for public figures.
And do I have 3?
Yeah, you got 6 cards there, Paul, have you?
These are assistants. Workers. I got 6.
Sorry, public figure bonus that was.
Yeah.
You got 6, yeah.
I got 6. You called these assistants early on. That confused me.
Yeah.
These are assistants.
Do you have any?
I've got 2. So 2 points.
Assistants is points for each assistant past the second that isn't currently in the courthouse. So I think we've all got 5, apart from Nick, who's got 4.
Yeah. So that's
3.
3 points for you guys and 2 for me.
Materials are also worth a point, apparently.
Yeah.
I got 1.
I've got none.
I've got none.
And you've got 5.
5 for the mannequin piece.
So then you add it up.
I think we are all done.
No. You do it.
I can't do
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. 95, 105, 108, 110, 148, 152. 109, 15, 1154, 157, 162. 47 plus 48 is 95, 99. There you go. So we have a winner, Team Gemma, with 162. So yeah, massively behind on the score strike.
Mm-hmm.
60 points for the building.
Yeah.
So yeah, so our scores were very equal there. So I had 105 here. You had 109 here.
Mm.
And then
No, you must have.
I
won
must have
then.
added mine up wrong. Yeah, I've
You
added
have
yours up
added,
wrong.
yeah.
Sorry, I've added yours up wrong.
Mm.
109. Yeah, 111.
Yeah.
117.
There's no way I could have won.
122.
Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
In the chat.
Sorry about that. Sorry for Team Gemma. So yeah, so Nick 99, Gemma 122, me 152. Yeah, I mean I knew you'd pulled it back on that, but then I thought, wait a minute, where's my 30 points? And it's like, yeah, I can't add up.
Mm.
It's a cracking game. Best game I've ever played.
Never.
So I can give you my thoughts on it after one play, after learning tonight. And this is, forget the fact that I won. This is a dry, themeless Euro.
Okay.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Because I like those. I like the kind of games. There's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely puts it. It's a medium weight game for me, but it's on the
heavy
it's
side,
on the top side. Now it's not heavy in terms of rules, but because you have so many little bits, and there's a little mini game here, and there's a little thing here, and then there's the shield bonuses, and and then there's that, and then there's that. There's quite a bit going on.
Yeah.
Now it's not, we're not talking heavyweight games, but we're talking on the heavier side of medium, in my opinion, just because there's a lot. But I mean, it's worker placement. It's a nice twist on worker placement because you've got other things on. I like the fact that the area scales based on this. That's a really clever way of adjusting the area based on the number of players. Buildings in a 5-player game would fill up a lot quicker, but you'd be using the outskirts of the board.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, I thought the flow of the game was good. The time to play, it's nearly 10 o'clock. We started at 8. It's an hour and a half. After a teach, it's an hour and a half game.
3-player.
And it's
Not
fine.
bad, is it?
It's absolutely fine. Theme-wise, yeah, whatever. We could have been doing anything.
Yeah.
It was different actions, doing stuff. It's a point salad game with a lot of ways of getting points. But yeah, first opinions of the game is that this is a solid game. It's a good, solid design, and it's got some cleverness to it.
Yeah.
So you two have played this game.
This is our 5th time. That we've
Fifth
played
time.
it now.
Have you played it anything other than 2-player before tonight?
No, we haven't.
So how does it play 2-player?
So when you play 2-player, the only real difference is at the start of every round, you take a dummy colour each, so one opposite worker colour from the ones you're playing with, and you cover up one space on the board.
Right.
And that's it. You can't put it on somebody's building, but it just blocks one space off, which does make quite a big difference, because if you know that somebody's going to build, or usually these spaces tend not to be so valuable, I always think. But yeah, that's the difference. And I know you said that earlier on, somebody said to you that they don't like that 2-player version.
Somebody said that it's a bit funny, but
we don't have any problem with it. No, I don't anyway.
Because it's just at the start of the round, you block off one space, that's it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So who normally wins this game between you two?
I won 3 times and you won. Okay. You won once.
Because there are certain games that Gemma always wins.
Not at the moment, though. Okay. I'm on a losing streak.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. I love it. I think it's a really, really enjoyable game. I think there's like you say, there's so many moving parts to think about.
And this multiplies that, and then you've got this that multiplies that, and this is how many cards you can use when you use, and it's like,
It's like somebody said, like, I think I read a review and somebody said, let's just put as many Euro mechanics in a game as we can. And that's clearly what they've done here. Yeah. But you couldn't really take one out, I don't think, because they all sort of integrate nicely into each other, I think.
There's different ways you could do this. There's different ways you could do this. Because this, for those who don't know the game, this was variable. Presumably you put these out randomly at the start.
Just random,
so that was the bit that I wasn't keen. You could get into a position where you can't build.
Well, that was what happened to me at the end. I've got all these cubes that I've been saving up for building. I didn't have any money. Gemma put it on the money one, and then all of a sudden, my entire plan for that round was out the window. No, exactly.
You can't manipulate this in any way other than building a building. And because I wasn't building buildings, it wasn't getting built.
And in hindsight, I should have changed strategy.
I think this one is always really unfair because it can always be so far away from the colours you have. I always struggle with the selling.
But then that's where you look at like strategic play against tactical play, in that Paul clearly went for the assistance, but so he was controlling this bit and doing really well out of it. But you could have amassed lots of art at the beginning, and you could have just spent the whole game buying and selling, whacking 6 points, moving it.
You were doing a lot from this. You were selling a lot, and you were getting 6 points, 6 points, and I thought, this is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I like to use it at the start of the game because it's a good way of amassing money, which, like I say, is such a valuable resource.
Yeah, I mean, you said money was tight at the start of the game, but I didn't find money a problem.
But that's because you were always twisting your cards. And to be honest with you, when we've played it, we've not used the assistant cards in the way that you have.
The public figures.
Yeah.
I mean, that was only 5.
But they work really well for you, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I was getting most of my money. I think when you two blinked, I just reached across. But no, I wasn't having any problems with money during the game. And I still spent 20 at the end and still had 12 left. How was I getting the money? I mean,
you were selling a bit
I
as
was
well.
selling a bit as well.
The secondary actions didn't really work out
the
way we use it. Usually, in a 2-player game as well, don't forget you're using a smaller area, so you're more likely to go on other people's.
Yeah.
So that wasn't quite as good tonight as perhaps it could have been. But
yeah.
There
you go. That's my thoughts on the game. That's their thoughts on the game. We are done. Thank you very much for watching. If you're not watching this live, please leave me a like and please let me know in the comments if you've played the game, if you liked it, and if you've played the card game, Brussels 1897. You're going to get it?
I'm keen to try it. If I can find a good copy of it, we will. I think this is out of print. Like somebody said, this is coming out on Kickstarter next year, deluxe, with an expansion.
Yeah.
I think the 1897 card game only came out, was it last year or the year before? And that one you can just buy. So yeah, we might give it a try.
So it sounds like from what Ori was saying earlier on, the people who did the card game, which is not Pearl Games, have got the rights to the game and they're doing a deluxe version of it. Okay. There you go. That's what Ori said in the chat earlier on. We're done. We're going to say goodbye now, but for Patreon supporters, we're doing a bonus video. So in about 5 minutes' time, we'll be going live again. We're going to be learning how to play Cubitos. So that's happening. If you are a Patreon supporter of mine, you should have received an email today with the link. But yeah, we're going to be doing that in about 5 minutes.
Cool.
But for now, thank you very much for watching. Take care.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.